Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I trust everybody's doing well. Once again, welcome to our session. This session is built for you. It's third Saturday of the month. We call our practitioner, we get to meet them, and then they give us a product deep dive. So they tell us about a product, a phone product, and then give us a hands-on demo so that way we can really see what it is and based on their perspective. So sometimes if they're analysts, they'll give us, from the analyst perspective and what is or fulfiller's perspective. Sometimes they will also give us the technical perspective, so development perspective, which is what we really are looking for, so that you see and really exposure or of the tool or of the platform, and that way you'll be well set. We also have another session which we have the first Saturday of each month. Here we get our practitioners, they come in, they share their journey with us, they answer a few of our questions where we have, and then they give us some advice. The whole idea is to get us closer to, get us better prepared and get us closer to where we need to be, constantly improving, lifting ourselves up and then getting us there. Heads up, we're still in the Delta season. You have less than 30 days to complete your Delta exam. The Delta exam is, like the Delta, the name says, is, they are testing you on changes that are coming in with new platform releases. So currently we are in the Delta season, started January 16, all the way to April 16. So what's going to happen, they will test you on changes that were applied for Yokohama and Zurich. So the changes that were there within the platform, they will bundled into the Delta for the Zurich. Then you will be tested on those platform changes that have been made. There is a study guide exam, Delta study guide for the product areas that you have. And then you can also see a link even within that study guide to the product document. There's release note summaries. So if you have those, just go through them. Even thank God, ServiceNow also employs AI there as well. So if you go in there, you can summarize the pages, get a hang for those changes that are being expected, and then you'll be well versed already. Also, early availability for the ServiceNow Australia release just came out. So I believe in the last week, which started, I believe, this week, Monday, the developers have, developer advocates, and have been taking the community on that journey. So the developer passport, they called it. They were talking about the changes that have been employed. I know that if you go take a look, you can upgrade your PDI. Yes, if you go in, depending on when you go in, there might not be as many PDI. You might be in the wait list, but get it going, so that way you can for sure be ready to be able to get to experience the platform changes that are there. So if you read about it, the product, if you don't have it in your PDI, go enable it and then test it out. It's going to take up until it becomes generally available, I believe, about right by knowledge also before you start to see, because I think about April or May, what's going to happen, it becomes generally available. Many people in Yokohama will be upgrading, because some remember, they said the current release -1. So if you're not in already Zurich, right? If you're in Yokohama, you'll be moving to that. So if you're in Australia, they would be supporting Australia, Zurich, as well as Yokohama, I believe. So anybody in Xanadu or Washington, you're off. So and then the current release and N-1. So just as an FYI. So and that's that. Don't forget Data Foundations, it's free. So Data Foundation ServiceNow with the new year made that a requirement for you to keep your a lot of the mainline exams. There's going to be a lot of changes coming in. The way it's set up, you have until June 30th to get that certification. If you do not get it for free by that date, you will be requested to pay for that even initial attempt. The courses on ServiceNow, like the on-demand courses, are still free. So if you pay the instructor, they will provide you one exam attempt if you do that. But right now, if you go take those courses, it's free. When you're done at the end, you can look at the exam blueprints. In the exam blueprints, they show you the exam breakdown for how many questions or what percentage for each area will come out. And then you see a few sample questions, which you can see. You can use those to compare with the quizzes that are being set, because these are exam style questions, just to test for how you need to really follow through with the course, just as an FYI, so that when you're going through it, you'll be kind of like well prepared and then be ready to go, just for the most part. So I'm excited today. We do have Priscilla come share her experience with us, and then give us a high level demo about the catalog experience, and then the catalog builder, and then the catalog wizards, I believe. But I'm not going to steal the time. I know we've been here already. So over to you, Priscilla. Let's get to meet you, and then we can have you take us away on the and get us to the demo, because the demo is the key. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be here. I'm Priscilla Aikude. I am an IT system administrator. I like tinkering. I like to keep the platform running smoothly. I like handling configurations, and I I have a background in education, business, customer service. I've been in the tech space for a while. I also love movies. I love traveling, and I like ServiceNow. I like the platform. I like everything ServiceNow, because they make it easy, especially with the no code, low code um, features. So I'm really excited to be doing this today, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. So that's about me. Let's get right into it. Let me share my background, my screen.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Don't forget, you're more than welcome to put questions you might have, or once she starts to give us, the run through. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. We will take them while we close out, just as an FYI. But I'll also be monitoring the chat too as well. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. So what the product we're looking at today is the catalog builder. So we're looking at this catalog management and the catalog builder. So I've already given background. Oh, I'm also a Rise Up alumni, proudly, and an aspiring CMDB specialist. I don't know. I like everything about the CMDB. So
So
I
that
hope
means that
to
you should
be a
go
CMDB
do the
specialist.
data foundations. If you like everything CFDB, don't miss that
Yes,
data foundation. It's really important. It's good stuff.
I plan to do it. I plan to do it. Yes, I won't miss it. So this is the list of things we're going to talk on today. What is the service catalog? What's the service catalog? What's service catalog management? The components, benefits, the catalog builder, and the catalog builder wizard. What it is and how we can configure it. Then we'll go into the demo. So a service catalog is like a shop. I would say a shop, or I would use the analogy of a shop or a restaurant where users can go in and search for available items. So basically, that's what the service catalog is. Then the management is the process of managing what's it's the service catalog and the items in the service catalog. And then the catalog builder is the tool that is used to create like the menu that or the items that you put in the service catalog. So that's just a brief introduction. So what is, what is the service catalog? Service catalog is a centralized, user-friendly um, list or database or portal showing all live available IT services and sometimes other business services that people can request for. Example of things you can request for in the service catalog: the laptop. You can request for a laptop, you can request for software upgrade, and the goal of the service catalog is to standardize and automate service delivery. And every item in the service catalog is backed by workflows, approvals, and fulfillment processes. So what are the components of a service catalog? We have the catalog item. These are actually items that users or employees can order from the catalog. We have categories. These are the items are organized under categories. We have the hardware category, we have software category, we have services. Then we have the order guide. This is a type of catalog item that allows users to request for multiple related catalog items in a single submission. Then we have the record producer. This creates a task-based record that can be linked to any table in the system. So an example is you create the form in the record producer, but you link it back to the medical intake form table. So the record producer is a form that appears on your portal, but when data is entered into this form, the data goes back to the database. So that's what the record producer is. So we also have variables. Variables are input fields that capture user details, and then the have text, choice list, checkbox, reference field. Then we have the variable set. So variable set is just a reusable collection of variables applied across multiple catalogs. So you can create a variable set, and then anytime you want to create an item, you just use the variable set instead of inputting new variables into the system. Then we have cascading variables. These are dynamic variables where one selection filters the option in another. Then another component is the workflow. Workflow, ServiceNow is everything in ServiceNow. ServiceNow is workflow, automation, making life easy for users and owners and businesses. That's what ServiceNow is all about. So workflow is an important component in the service catalog. It automates processes, um, triggers when a catalog item is requested. Example, you book a specialist appointment, you route it to the correct specialist, you send confirmation email, and all is done. All is automated. All these steps are automated. Then we have the approvals. This authorization steps before fulfillment begins. So when a user or an employee makes a request, there are some items that need approval before they are fulfilled. So that's what this component addresses. A manager approval for maybe an expensive hardware request. So what is service catalog management? This is the process of creating, structuring, publishing, and maintaining a catalog of services that users can request via a self-service portal. So let me use my shop or restaurant analogy again. So the shop is the service catalog, and then the service catalog management, when the user goes to the shop, which is the service catalog, and requests an item, service catalog management makes sure that that item is, so this is the process where the item is ordered and fulfilled and delivered. So this is what service catalog management addresses. And the purpose is to ensure that services are well defined, discoverable, and delivered consistently. And it covers the entire life cycle, from identifying services, defining request forms, designing flows, publishing items, to measuring usage and improving over time. So key components, okay, let me go back to that. Key components of, excuse me, key components of the service catalog management is the business or user view and the technical or IT view. This business or user view this is where they go to, this is the view that they see when they go to the catalog or the portal. So an example of this is the employee service center. And then the technical and IT view, this is like the back end of where this will have to be like the internal users go to handle fulfillment or SLAs in the system. So the benefits of service catalog management. So it brings efficiency through automation. It brings consistency across departments, transparency for users and governance to keep services aligned and updated. Then let's talk about the catalog builder. Catalog builder is a platform capability that allows catalog administrators to delegate the creation of catalog items to business owners. This is achieved by creating catalog templates with built guardrails or restrictions that business owners can then use to create items. One very interesting benefit about this catalog builder is that everything doesn't have to be developed with software. So catalog builder is a tool that the business owner can add items, can create templates without having to code, having to involve a developer, because it's the guidelines, what will I call it? There's a guide to how the users can create items. So that's one very, very interesting benefit of the catalog builder. It gives the owner access and it gives them the ability to be able to create items and templates. And again, like we say, it's a no code, low code tool for building catalog items quickly. And the target users are business users or business owners and non-developers. So catalog builder is a wizard in ServiceNow, and it's a guided step-by-step visual interface inside catalog builder that helps you create, edit, and configure catalog items or record producers easily and consistently. It's the main builder experience you see when you go to catalog builder. So this is like the engine of the catalog. The catalog builder, because where you go to edit, configure, add, remove is the catalog builder wizard. So this is the process of handling. So steps in catalog item wizard. So when you want to create a catalog, an item or a template, these are the steps you take. You select the template, you define the item details, you add the questions, you configure fulfillment, assign category, then you review and publish. So this is an example of a catalog item that you want to build using the catalog builder. So an example is a medical service catalog, and the view is, this is for the business or the user view. So the example is you want to book a specialist appointment, and then it will have workflows, and the catalog builder just helps you visualize what you are creating with the variables and the templates. So it makes it easier to use the catalog builder to create this catalog item instead of having to code. What are best practices? Keep the form simple. We don't want too many things on the form. Then use clear naming. Automate workflows and approvals where possible. Reuse components. That is one advantage of having a variable set. You don't have to input data every time. You can just use the variable sets to create your items or then track key items like request volumes, fulfillment time, and user satisfaction. And then you regularly review and retire unused items in your catalog. So in conclusion, service catalog management handles the governance and life cycle and the discipline of the service catalog. And the catalog builder is creating items with simplicity and speed, items in the service catalog, and together they provide a seamless user experience and efficient IT operations. So let me demo
The only thing I wanted to say, did you talk about the rules for the catalog management? Did you talk about the rules required? Is there a
Okay, so
specific rule? That's the only thing.
role means you have to have admin role and catalog admin.
Mhm.
Ad-
While you're doing your
for
demo, you're going to pull it up. Yes, we have
catalog.
the catalog administrator, we have a catalog editor. But yeah, for sure. It's, yeah, Priscilla is pulling up her PDI.
Okay.
She's gonna go and give us
Okay.
a demo about setting up the catalog wizard. The wizard is really that
Okay, so
that engine you see that drives that catalog builder experience. But you know, if you go to the catalog management, if you go to the administrator or even just the service catalog in itself, you should see the roles required. When you go to edit the application, you should pull that up. The service catalog, or you can. I think did you favorite it already? Okay. So now, yeah, so click on edit on the catalog. No, go up a little. Click on edit on the catalog itself, not on the catalog itself, service catalog, the application all the way before you start to do your demo. Yeah, edit on the catalog itself. Yes, that one, the one you had. Not that one is under self-service. The second one underneath. So if you try to edit that, it's a model underneath the self-service, so it wouldn't show for the role that you need. But if you go to the application, the service catalog, the other one before the catalog builder, the one before the catalog builder, the one before the builder, there's one before the builder. If you go to it, if you go to the builder, the one before the builder, you should see editing that particular application, and then you should be able to, yeah, if you click on that, edit the application, you can make it a favorite, but edit that. That's the catalog application itself. Yeah. So when you click on the pencil to edit it, click on it, should open. When it opens up, you should see the roles to access that. You should, once it pulls up, you should see the roles. No, the one underneath that, not that, not that. So that's all the roles, yes. Catalog, the ITIL catalog manager, you see, catalog editor, you see. Those are all the roles that you need for you to access this. There's a catalog admin, there's a catalog manager, there's a catalog editor. all of those roles. If you don't have them, you're not able to help with managing the or overseeing the management of that catalog experience or catalog management experience. Yeah, you can go ahead and pull up the catalog builder and then show the existing wizards that are there or the existing template before you start to build onto the wizard. Yeah, so just open any one of them and then let us see. And then you do your demo. Your Priscilla is going into the URL and then I'm taking away the particular endpoint or streaming the endpoint to get to where she wants to be. Okay. We are not hearing you again. Are you muted? Hello, hello, hello. We stopped hearing you though. We can see you, but we stopped hearing you. If you okay, no, we stopped hearing you.
Can you check the WebEx and see how you can unmute or something?
Yeah, she's unmuted already. She's not unmuted. But I'm saying her audio went off, so she might stop sharing and reshare again. Stop sharing, reshare, and see. But her audio went off. It's her audio that went off. Or I can pause and then just I can mute you and then see if you all right. So unmute and then see. Let her unmute it. So let's see if that will solve it. Hello? Yeah, if not, because I know it went off for some reason. Hello? Okay, I think she will have to, yeah, we'll have to stop the mute it and then see. Or she might take off her. No, we still can't hear you. Let's see, please we still can't hear you. Leave the meeting and come back in. Yes, I do. The video till we're done. Demo. Okay. 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 Listen. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulty. I think it has to do with the audio. So I asked if she can drop off because we tried to have her mute and then come back, turn it on. It still didn't resolve that. But now I asked her to, drop off and then try to, connect back, and then we can try to have her turn off the video, and then after the demo we turn back the videos on, just to see if that would help, just to try to see why. So wait a minute, please. Before she joins us, don't forget, make sure you do your Delta. You have less than 30 days to do that Delta exams. Make sure you go knock it out. If you're less than 1 year within the service now and you have those certification, it's free. So go do it. If you have been in service now for more than 1 year, that means it's your certifications. You had then, if you had your certification this same time last year, then it's free for you. But if you had it earlier, for example, or the year before, for sure you're going to need to, for sure go in and then take the exam and pay maintenance, certificate maintenance, a 200 value, which if you belong to a partner organization is $100. So sometimes you could use learning credits as well. So, make sure you do that. Also, don't forget you have a good time to do your. Yeah, we can hear you. Thank God. Yeah, it's back. Good deal.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
I
them.
wasn't muted. I don't know why it went off.
For some reason, that's what I mean.
Okay.
It's technology sometimes. That's part of why they need you now. They need you. It's technology. They will need support.
Mhm.
So you can go ahead and
Yeah, okay. Let me
take the floor.
share.
Yeah. You can take the floor.
Oh, okay. I see why. There was a place where I was supposed to select also share system audio.
Okay, you did not put that. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did not put it.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Super. That you have earned your own dollar now. That's how the people do it. They'll tell you once you figure out the solution, they'll tell you've earned your paycheck. You've earned your dollar. But it's a
Okay.
good deal. I love it. That's how it is.
Okay, I understand now. Okay. So it should come up soon.
Yeah, a little minute. It takes a minute or so, a couple of delay, but yeah, it should be there. So once you start sharing, we'll see the demo. It'll be a couple of minutes. Okay, cool. Yep. And then yeah. Okay, good deal.
Okay. And this is what it looks like now. So what we're doing is what we want to do rather is configure these questions here and add to it. So the business owner or the organization might have a requirement to change these questions here. So this is how to configure it, and how we do it is by going to the service catalog, service builder wizard. So let's go here. So we're going to the service catalog wizard rather. So in the application navigator, I'm going to search for service.
As part of the catalog
Catalog.
administration, under the catalog administration, you see the wizards. The wizard is there all the way at the end on there. Should find it all the way at the bottom. Yes.
Yep.
Catalog administration.
Yes. So
Wizards. Yeah.
this is the service catalog wizard. Let me rewrite this. But where we're going to is we'll click on the maintain wizard. Okay, so we want to create a catalog. We want to add questions on the build catalog item from scratch. We want to add a variable to the catalog wizard. Let me see. Okay, so in this, we'll go to open associated producer. This is the back end or the engine of this view. I want to add a variable that will link to question. So here I'll click on new. Okay. Okay, so let's call this
I think you were looking at hospital requests,
let me
right?
see.
Did you say hospital request before, or which one did did you say hospital request before? Which one?
Okay,
Yeah,
so we should call this hospital request.
yeah, you could use anything, like hospital, whatever it is. Yeah.
Okay, and then the name auto-populates. So you can make it mandatory, you can make it read-only or hidden. But we're going to leave it as it is and leave the other as it is. And then this is a single line text. So let's save.
Mhm.
Okay, so so what we're doing now, the first step is we're adding the
Variable, you added a variable.
step,
Okay.
variable in the step. So we've added it, that's it, hospital request. So we'll go back. So the demo is we're adding a step, a section, and a question to the catalog builder. So let's come back to create catalog item. Wow. Sorry, my system. And then open associated.
Yeah, you already had that one done. Yeah, you already had the request done, I believe.
I already had
Yeah. You just needed to go
this
back and
photo
then
request.
go to your section thing to do that. Mhm.
Okay.
It's done. The variable is the question that you use to get the user's input. So, one of the items that needs to be put there is that variable. Then the next is for you to go create your section and then the section mapping, which is what she's going to do now. So right there at the bottom, um, not here on the producer in itself, not this one, on the producer. So if you click on update or if you click on back, producer, so if you click on update. Okay, so now open the item, then you go ahead and put your hospital or whatever of the request section or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
So click on new
yeah,
and
great, yeah. So
mhm.
now we're about to add the
Mhm.
section.
Or your step section or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so let's call this the same thing, hospital request. This custom step is if you want to have like it's something like a variable set, but just for um, having. But since we don't want that, we don't want to have a custom step for this. We'll leave this as it is, and then if we add a description here, it's going to appear under the name, and because we don't want that, we'll not fill this short description. So you can also hide on the template, hide on footer, hide on review. So let's save. So now we just added this step, and then the next is to add the section. So we'll come to the related list and we'll click on new. So for this section, I also call it hospital request. I'll leave the order as it is. Then this style, the UI of the catalog builder. If you select card, it will show with a like in a tile form with a white background. But if you select flat, it will show in a gray background. So that's what this is. So we'll select a card. Then width, because we're adding just one section, let's make it 100. If we're going to add like two, then we can make it, we'll select 50. But since it's just one, we'll select 100.
Save it and remain then.
Okay.
So you go into you have to go into the section and then you map your this at the bottom of your section is.
Okay, so now after creating
be
the
slow, yeah,
section,
then
we'll
put your
want
question.
to map it to the question. So we'll click
The
on new.
question of the unit.
We'll click select map to set, and then we'll search for the question that we just created. How to select that, and then submit.
All right.
Okay. So let me update this. So next, we're going to
Can go to your catalog item and then try now.
okay. So on the catalog builder, these are the questions we have. Let me give it. I wanted to let it appear under question. So we're going to give this an order of
320.
let me say 320.
All right, good done.
Let me refresh. So this is it. So now let's go to our catalog builder and see what we've done. So this step was adding the variables and then adding this this section, have the question section, and then question and other number.
The order is just for its display. If you do that, you want to take a look at what is already existing there so that you can make sure you leave some room. If you notice, that's why we have them on 100, 200, so that way, just in case anything needs to come in between. So for example, Priscilla put 320, 320 could come in, or if you see 350 already, you can use 365, 360, things like that. That way, you can have things come before the order. That's really what it is. And then now you can see that she has, the hospital request as part of the wizards that are there, or question sections, and then with its own individual question.
So this is a computer, and this is a different address. So let me click on here. You just can fill whatever you want to, and this is how to add a question, a step, and a section to the catalog builder using the catalog builder wizard in ServiceNow.
Awesome stuff.
And
Awesome
because
stuff.
we created this, because we created this using the catalog builder wizard, when you want to create a new item, the template is operating on template, you can select this option because we created it with the wizard. So let's say we just try to build from scratch. So let's try into new catalog item. If you're using the standard or you're using a record producer, you'll be able to use so let's see. So that's it here, host request. So you can use it on your template.
Yeah, good deal. So you can apply it across, because that wizard, the wizard is the process that you see that is driving the whole process from end to end. So your customer could tell you, I think I need a new section with XYZ fields, and that's what you do. You just go in there to that wizard, set it up, and then make sure that they map with whatever questions that you have, and then that way it will be used across board. If it's unique to a particular one, then, for example, you would need to go to that particular catalog template to be able to include that. That's where that's different. That would then Priscilla wouldn't have needed to do it in the wizard itself. The wizard is going to affect all of those catalog. It's going to affect all of the catalog templates that exist there for use, if you will, whether you're building from scratch or not, because it's going to give you those questions or those questions with their those sections with their questions to give it to you. To give it to you, to tell you how you do it. Do we have questions?
So selecting.
Do we have questions? Yeah, go ahead. I don't see any questions in the chat. That's what I was asking. Do we have questions? But you can see the hospital request. You can see what is the cost. So every one of them, whether you're building a template, because it's in the wizard,
Yes.
because you have it in the wizard, because once you have it in the wizard, it's the whole process automation. So it's everything's going to cut across. But if you have it for individual templates, then you go to the template and do exactly what she did there. You're going to create a section there. You're going to pretty much go into the question section maybe, or put a component there, and then you start to drag and drop, adding the question types you need to that particular template. If you need to work on templates, but if you want it to be across board, then you need to be in the wizard for you to do it. Yeah. Need to be in the wizard.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I love
So that brings demo. So that is
Yeah.
the catalog wizard, the power engine of the catalog builder. So anything you want to configure, just use the catalog wizard, the service catalog wizard to configure it.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal.
Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you. So the only thing I was saying is, or that I wanted, it's not necessarily. I was asking about the roles or personas, of which you said the admin. Yes, there's specialized admin for almost every product area or process. So one of which is the catalog administrator. But there's also the catalog manager and the catalog editor. So those are the roles that you have
Yes, editor, yeah.
to be able to manage that catalog experience, if you will. Yeah. So that's the only addition. But great
Yeah.
stuff. I love it. I don't see any questions in the chat from anyone. So once again, we want to thank everybody for showing up. And then we would be sharing your Saturday with us. We're grateful. A couple of minutes. Oh yeah, Obi said thanks. A couple of minutes, the videos will be out. We would also be sharing Priscilla's contact and her LinkedIn as well. So go ahead, build a network. That's all it is. If you remember any questions that you didn't ask today, don't hesitate. You can always connect with her on LinkedIn. You can ask her questions there as well. I'll put the question out in the community so that way we can get to your questions. Hey, don't forget to don't forget to do your deltas. Don't forget to do your, KTA says this is a great one. Say keep learning and pushing. For sure. Don't forget to do your deltas. We have less than 30 days. Don't forget to do the data foundation. It's everything that you need and more. First of all, the data foundation is free for you till June 30th. You have until that time to get it for free. All you need is the CMDB fundamentals. If you check in the chat, we included the link there in ServiceNow University. Go in there, take that course. It's free. Once you're done with it, you would also be able to get the exam attempt. Within the course in itself, you have 2 micro certifications. The modifications, if you go in there, you go get them. It's hands-on. So that way you look at the simulator and do most of what you'll be asked within the data foundations exam. So go in and then get that there. So whether it's the configure the CMDB and manage the CMDB one, go get them. There's also, you can filter for CMDB content there on the university. You would also see the data foundations exam blueprint. It gives you a couple of questions there, I think 2 or 3 or so. Those are sample size questions, like the same questions that are asked in the course in itself. Yes, it's not going to be exact word for word verbatim in the exams, but that's the exam style questions. That's the kind of questions that will be asked. So go look at that thing. Go look at it. If you do that, if you filter for CMDB, you would see like deep dive CMDB. You would see intro to the CMDB workspace for helping to manage that CMDB. You would see I think the CMDB deep dive course, you would see help me choose CMDB, something like that. You would see now assist for CMDB. You would also see I think data manager for CMDB. They're all there, so you can use that to reinforce because it's part of what will be talked about in the course in itself. within that 17 hours plus. So if you do that, or if you finish that, you should be fine. Get that going, and then go ace the exam. It's 75 questions, 90 minutes, but go there and do it. Just a few other stuff. So once again, do that. If you don't do that by that June 30th, you have to pay for it after that time. And then you have until the end of the year, 31st of December. If not, it's going to be expiry of any certification that you have everything in IT for CIS. But there are a few others that are not, it's not the principal side, but just if you've not taken those, you want to make sure the ones you have, you don't lose them. So just as an FYI. That's that. Thank you, Priscilla. We're grateful. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you all next month. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank
Thank you, Tayo. Thank you, everybody, for the nice
Priscilla.
comments. Thank you.